Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the Logbox process in accounts receivable Fusion. So Logbox. So what is the meaning of Logbox? Why do you want to use this Logbox process? And what are the advantages we'll get by using this Logbox process? So there are many things out there, right? So in order to understand this completely, so I'm going to provide you some kind of like key information and at the high level. The first of all, Logbox. So Logbox is one of the powerful tool in accounts receivable which Oracle has given to us as a seeded process. So if you see any customers, I mean to say clients are using auto Logbox processes to create or import their customers collections on daily basis by receiving the data from banks, right? So it would be required to create bulk receipts on daily basis. That's where we can use this Logbox process where our clients will be tying up with the commercial banks where we are dealing the transactions with them. So that is a very high level information. So here I would say it is a kind of smartly we can create or import receipts by using auto Logbox as well as. So there would be the certain standard process which Oracle has laid out as below. If you see import data and validation data and submission data, right? So here, these are the three key areas would be taken as a very key kind of like process in terms of the creating receipts on daily basis, right? So we'll get into the process and then we'll demonstrate step by step how it would be act or the process would be like. So the process flow. Transmission name, submit import process, data file, submit validation, logbox, and then accounting date. So these are the process flows where we can see on daily basis when you import the receipts by using auto logbox. Here I would say there are two types are there to create or import receipts. One is that APDI manually we can create data file by using APD template. So firstly, we'll walk through the APD template. What is the process to import receipts? So the firstly, we'll talk about the standard process what Oracle has given. So ideally, Oracle would be supporting to BAI2 format, BAI2 format. Okay, so this format would be very flexible to the across all the US clients where they're using auto logbox format. Okay, we can call it as like a data file or source file. So here what is happening, once we engage with the bank in order to get the data file on daily basis, so this is the process we should use on daily basis. So every daily basis you will be getting data file from the bank in the specific format, BA2 format, or if you would like to change or customize the AF format if that is not supported to your business requirement, then you can have the custom format as well as based on your needs. Once that is identified, then we need to follow this process. So the bank will be sending daily basis the data source file with respect to all the receipt information against all the transactions wherever it is applicable, and then the file will be placed at the client MFT server or SFTP server location. Once the file will be placed in the specific location, you will be having the scheduled jobs, which will be go and talk to your third-party application to bring the data into your staging tables. Here, staging tables. The staging tables are most important thing when you are engaging with the two different applications. In between, we need to create one layer that is called a staging table. Otherwise, we couldn't able to transfer data from third-party application to SaaS application, nothing but as Fusion application, right? The staging table, so what will happen? The data fields will get mapped. So what file we are receiving from the source, even it is a bank, that data file, that the particular fields should match with your format which is supporting in SaaS application. So once you move the data from MRT server to staging table, then it will get trick automatic integration to do the validation. So in the do a validation point of view, so what will be the checkpoints? It will check the bank origination number, nothing but as a logbox number, and there are some of the mandatory fields would be referred for validation purpose. Once that is completed, and then the integration has the capabilities to generate CSV file in in the GIF format. The GIF file will get generated along with the CSV format. So after that, the the GIF file will upload into UCM server, which is nothing but as a universal content manager. Here we can see the Fusion application. We can see that I will show you next couple of minutes. So there is a tab called as a file import and export. So the file will get uploaded into UCM server, and then the ESR job will get automatically triggered through integration. Load interface file for import. This is the ESR job. Once you run this program, what will happen? It will extract the data from UCM server and keep them data into your open interface table to get the data to your base tables. So this is the import process. I will say import program. Process receipts through Logbox. So once you run this program, so by running this program, there would be a couple of parameters we need to provide it that we will discuss in a couple of minutes from now. So once we complete this entire process by using a BD template, finally the receipts will be created in the Fusion application. So here I can say, here if you look at this, what are the configurations are required? So these are the configurations must be defined before we process our customer receipts. And these are the key tables. Each table will have their own capabilities to store the data while we process the information. And advantages. What are the advantages we'll get by using Auto Logbox? So firstly, process receipts batch on daily basis and speed up collection process, convert receivables into cash more effectively and efficiently. So here, these are the things three I would say in advantages by using Auto Logbox. Another way also, it would be very easy for the business users to track on daily basis the receipts, what are the receipts we received and not received over there as well as. And as I mentioned that these are the ESF jobs which we have at present. Right. So let's get into application to check the other configuration parts. Once log into application, go to setup and maintenance. Manage Logbox. Just click on search, blank search. Yeah. So this is the seeded one which already Oracle has given here in Vision instance. Go and click on that. We can have the n number of Logbox numbers. There is no limitation for that. Yeah. Here I can say these are the general information under the Logbox. So this Logbox number would be provided by your bank, where you have the dealing with them, and receipt source and business unit bank account. So ideally, as I mentioned that, so first we need to identify which bank account we are going to use Logbox to create receipts. So that's where we need to be careful which select the bank account here. Bank account and receipt source and receipt methods also. The receipt method always will be associated with the receipt source here. So once you see this one, Logbox set and Logbox number, receipt source, business unit, and bank account. And bank, here you can see bank origination number. This number also would be provided by your respective bank itself only. So when you start implemented this Auto Logbox, we need to engage with the technical team, along the functional consultant, and then bank people also. So the bank representatives will be providing this Logbox number against your number, along with the bank origination number as well as. and reset. So per batch, how many receipts can be processed here? That's what here you can see 100 and accounting date source. Which date you want to consider for it? Import date or deposit date and constant date. Ideally, we used to use import date. And this we know that conversion rate type is a corporate ideally and reset method. So reset method always should be logbox or like based on your configurations, you can choose that which reset method you're going to use for to import receipts on daily basis. And here match receipts by. So this is one of the critical setup which we need to understand thoroughly. So how you are going to match your receipt against your customer open transaction balances. So if you look at here, match receipts by. Oracle has given 5 seeded types. One is that balance forward billing number, contract number, transaction number, purchase order, sales order, and shipping reference. So here, based on the providing or based on the choosing the type here, based on that only the receipt will get gone apply the on the your transactions. Ideally, it would be always transaction number because this transaction number would be always is a unique number. And auto match rule set how you are going to match your receipts here, right? So this is the default one they used it here. We can discuss about this in the next session. Auto match rule set how it works in the application. And here you can see use auto apply. So you need to enable this checkbox, otherwise it will be difficult. So these are the basic configurations which we need to perform before importing receipts by using auto logbox. And here manage format or logbox. Here you can see manage transmission format for logbox. So this is other one which we need to see to understand it. What formats we need to use. If you go and use BI2, this is a standard one. If you want, you can use a number of custom formats also. We'll go by the standard one, which is given by Oracle. Yeah. So, sorry. This page will demonstrate completely the format which we need to use for auto logbox. Here you can see there are identifiers 1 to 9 are there. So these are the very, very important while we are getting the receipt information by using BA2 format. The first one will be talks about your transmission header information in the format. And second is service header, and 5 logbox header, and 6 is payment and receipt. So this is the key information which is recording under the identifier 6 payments. So in this place you can see all the receipts which will be recording through your format. And 7 is nothing but as a batch dialer, which will be talks about the completely like here. And 9 transmission dialer. So this will match with the number identifier 1. And similarly overflow 4 is it will be identified overflow. Ideally, one receipt can have the 8 transactions can be associated. If it is more than that, it will be like it will be become as an overflow over there, and then it will move to the next page. Right, that's where it is overflow payments. And 8 logbox trailer. So this will be talks about your transaction. Identifier number as 5 logbox header, logbox trailer, and service header and batch dialer. So these things we match each other. So that is how like they Oracle has designed this process in Fusion Receivable model. So cancel it. Go back. If you see another logbox also here, default logbox. Yeah, the same thing. It is same. If you need anything want to customize, that is possible. We can customize the formats as well as. If you go to navigation, ESS jobs, to see the how to submit process. As I mentioned, file import and export. This is one of the place where I told you ECM server, right? That is what here. But now go to schedule process. Here you can see process resets through logbox. Select this ESS job. Here you can see process receipts imported through logbox. That is the description. Say OK. Here you can see all the parameters. What are the parameters we selected? Mandatory and optional. Here you can see business unit. We can select business unit. Which one you want to use to import? Use one business unit. Process ID. The process ID is that when you want to import receipts through integration, right? So that time automatically it will get populate the process ID. If you go back here in the Excel sheet, which I mentioned here, load interface file for import. So once you run this program, automatically it will give one of the standard or unique process ID number. That number will get populated automatically here. And new transmission. That's what I mentioned here. If you look at new transmission name and the transmission, sorry, new transmission, yes, and transmission name, submit import, and then data file. So if you want to say yes, it will ask for the data file, but now it is not required. Say no. And transmission format. Just now we have seen the right manage transmission format for logbox. That's where it is. It is populated from from there itself. BI2 and BI and default logbox. So which of the logbox you want to use for that, you can choose from here and submit validation. At present, no. I think you can keep it as yes. If you want to give your logbox number optional field, yes, we can provide the number here. This is what the number. And accounting date, which date you are going to processing accounting this receipts, and report format all, and complete batches only, and allow payments of unrelated invoices also. If you want to enable this, yes, it will capture the which is unrelevant invoices payments also here, which is there in the source file. Post reset with invalid transaction reference. Always these fields will be no only because you can see the accurate information after importing the data. And submit receipts. Sorry, submit post receipts. Say yes or no. If you want yes, you can give yes. Yeah. So that is how we need to provide all the parameters, optional or mandatory fields, and then submit the ESS job to import the receipts. So this is how you can use other logbox for importing the receipts on daily basis. So this is how the high level information in this call. So next call, we will perform one transaction. Maybe this we'll create one transaction by manually and enter the data into the FBD template, and we'll try to import that particular FBD template, and then we'll see the how it works, and we'll do the one test case, and then you can understand more on that. Thanks for watching my video. Please do subscribe. Thank you.